of the United States, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So we are recording and this will be posted to our YouTube channel. We are gonna do roll call now, starting with you.
Julie Hoff. Terry Harris.
Amanda Hawker.
Bridget Wheeler.
Katie Turner.
Justin Miller. Terrell.
Okay. Now, the first item on our agenda is to do elections for board officers. I've been the board chair for the last 4 years, and I just want to say thank you to Carrie because it would not be possible to get through these 4 years without you. So thank you. So with that, we have any nominations for board chair?
I nominate Katie again because she's well trained.
I can.
You can?
No, you can only do it for 4 years. All
All right, Justin Miller.
Second that.
right, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All against, say nay. Motion passes. Justin. There you go. You want to switch? No.
No, you're not even. Recognition of visitors. Oh, vice chair. Vice chair, yeah. So, do I have any nominations for vice chair? I volunteer. Oh, let's do it. Jared.
I nominate Jared.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Discussion?
After the second.
Any discussion?
Okay.
Motion passes. Other? There's the two. Okay. Now recognition of visitors.
We have none.
Awards recognition and correspondence.
I have none.
None. Okay. Adjustments to the agenda. None.
Thank you. It says right here, adjustments to the agenda. There's a change to the HR report, in your consent agenda. It added Cecilia Holmes's, retirement effective September 1. And then we added that reading of adoption policy KNA, which I sent to you guys in a second email. That is required that we have done in September. We just got it last week. And we have to do it.
What position was?
Home ec, facts, Spanish, all high school.
She retires a couple days after school starts.
No,
She had made.
no, effective September 1. Probably some, potential health problems, et cetera.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's, oh, that's,
Do we have to post for all those positions?
No, that is correct.
Okay, okay. So. Public comment on non-agenda items.
Have not received any.
Take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Any discussion?
Gotta get a second first.
second.
Okay. Any discussion? Motion passes.
We gotta.
Vote.
It's all.
It's okay. It's your first class.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Fiscal overview.
Okay, the report that I presented, we have not done a large amount of encumbrances. Tammy and Carrie just started back on after their summertime off. So this report is a little off. It will be way more accurate because I didn't want to make up figures for the encumbrances. So no, we will not have a $2 million income balance, I don't think. But this will be after we know the enrollment, so at our next board meeting, we will know that will be much closer to where we will lie. I'm working on audit right now. We have audit on site in September. I'm about 70% done, so I have a little more work to do. And that's, right now, we're fine. We have to see how this year lies out, but we will be very cautious and see where our numbers are.
What's the discussions? Superintendent report?
Yes, if you would like to, the in-service week for teachers coming back is Tuesday, the 25th. Yeah, Tuesday, 25th, through Friday, the 28th. We are having lunch at Maple Middle School on the 28th at noon, if you'd be interested in joining and just visiting with staff. That will be that is our one and only all staff day. So
Maple Middle.
that will be at Maple, yes. First day of school, of course, is Monday, August the 31st. And that will be K5, no K actually, because it's a slow start. So we're actually 1-5, grade 6 and grade 9. Because these 8th graders have never been to the high school, we'll do the slow start there. Last year we didn't, the last couple of years we didn't because they had been at the high school previously and then moved to Maple. And then the 6th graders, of course, will be by themselves at Maple that day. As far as projects we've done, we have replaced the floor that was very, very rotten underneath the freezer at Merle Crest. Ended up being a bunch of floor joists, etc. So once we got in there, it was worse than expected. My ex maintenance person at Sutherland came over 4 years ago when Dan and I took over and told us that it was going to be a $50,000 job. It is because of the we had to disassemble the freezer, take it out, go inside, not knowing where we were, and of course the floor joists were rotten. So we ended up doing a bunch of floor joists, redoing the floor, etc. So now we're really in good stead with the freezer. They're about ready to put it back in. And so it'll be good to go in a week. If you haven't gone by Myrtle Crest, there's all new windows in the front of the office building per se, which were rotten. It had the old aluminums, and now they're all new. So that's another job we did at Myrtle Crest. At Maple, we put in the remaining AC units. So that's in the science room, the language arts room, the math room. And then we put one in the hallway in the 6th grade wing. So we are now done with AC at Maple, completely done, which is great because we'll come in and do the seismic next year. All those are floor mounted outside, so we don't have to worry about anything on the roof. So that has been done. So we're good to go there. Of course, the A unit, the A3 and 4 roof has been redone here at the high school, which is the last roof to be redone. And the AC unit here and the A unit has finally been repaired, and we think it's not going to be as problematic as it has been the last 4 or 5 years. And then the last thing that we did, or that is being worked on, that's really not our dollars, are the lockers that Jamel and Dan went and got last year at Washington State. They've been sitting at the bus barn for months, and those are going in. They're just finished. The floor has been finished in the boys' locker room, so the lockers will go into there on Thursday, hopefully. Jen is heading to Roseburg today to get some more floor paint for the girls' locker room, and those lockers hopefully will go in Thursday or Friday also. So those lockers. So there's actually would be more like a team room. The lockers are off. They're college lockers, football lockers, and very, very nice. So we're going to separate the boys' actual PE area and the high school and the football area, or I would say sports area, because basketball team, or whoever's in sport would take those lockers over to keep that safe from any vandalism, et cetera. Once we get those done, we'll take you over and look at those. They should be done next couple of weeks. And, I'm hoping the September meeting that we can walk over and look at those. And then other than that, I guess, anything else, Dan? Did I miss anything?
We did a couple of floors, but.
Yeah, a couple floors, floor, Myrtle Crest, the hallway floor, going from the gym to the cafeteria.
May 5.
Yeah, and we did the floor in A5, yeah. I think that's it now, and now it's just a matter of, making sure everything's ready to go for it in 2 weeks. And then, Mr. Sproul's gonna take down a few trees for me in Maple, that I tagged today, by the way, Jerry. So we're going to, take about 8 or 10 trees off the backside of Maple, that are just troublesome and they can't grow, anyway. And then our next project, after we do that, we're gonna put in a fence on the top side of the concrete block so the kids cannot get up into the trees. Because it's problematic at best. Because in the winter, it's mud everywhere. So, but we will do that. But we'll get the trees down first. People are taking the woods, so we get rid of that. So everything, and I think that's about it. And of course, the seismic is set and ready to go, and it's just a matter of, we've met a couple times. I met with them a couple times this summer. It's just a matter of what date we actually agree on to bring them in. I'm targeting May 15th. So that we can be ready to go in 27, 28 on the first day of school at Maple. So hopefully if they can do all the exterior stuff prior to school getting out, then I know that we can get the interior done. So but we're good to go. Well, we put AC in the choir room also. So that was the fifth one, the fifth unit. So all good and operational.
Do we have any money left?
Oh, yeah, that was all budgeted. So that was budgeted dollars. Yes.
When we talk about all these improvements that are being made, do we have an active like deferred maintenance, capital improvement plan where we're tracking like?
We have a facilities, we have a facilities committee. We came up with a 5-year plan. Those were part of it, that we would have all the AC done in Maple in 2 years, which we have done. And then, we have the roofs. We will start moving over to the next roof we'll do would be at Myrtle Crest. And it would be the
Middle wing.
The middle wing. Middle wing is I think the last remaining yellow that we have. We have no longer do we have any reds that whenever that facilities group came in, how long ago was that? Katie, do you know?
Probably like 6 years ago.
Okay, and so we have no longer do we have any reds left. So that one's done. So now I think there's 2 at Myrtle Crest, A wing or middle wing and maybe A wing or the south wing. Is that right?
I think the middle wing and probably the library roof that.
Yeah, that would be the 2 next. So those are in the facilities, and the 5-year strategic plan.
Mhm.
And other than that, then it's, with the roofing done, then flooring here and flooring there. But not any huge, when seismic is done and hopefully, seismic, we could have seismic for the next 3 or 4 years, because as soon as this rotation goes through at Maple, I will apply for a seismic for the Myrtle Crest Gym Complex. Would be the next seismic that I'll write.
What's lifespan on a flat roof?
At least 20 years.
Yeah.
I think we have a 20. This one has a 25-year.
Okay.
He gave us a 20-year warranty. That's the one I sent you the bag.
And then the original roof, or the 2013 roof on the high school. And it looks brand new,
Yeah,
but they recommend like a seal or,
every decade or something, or as needed or something. How often do you reseal? Yeah, not to do anything with that, though.
no.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
15 years old.
Yeah.
The membrane kind, is that what we put on? Yeah, it's not.
Is there any like annual putting aside of money to pay for those replacements?
We do, yeah. We put into repairs and maintenance, yeah. We don't have a huge amount in capital improvement or capital repair. But if we had a huge project, we would, that, when we went into the budget process, we would put that in there.
Good. So next would be annual designations. Read through all those.
Yep, and the only thing that really changed, just so everybody knows, is number 8, the newspaper of record, because the Herald and the Sentinel joined, and it's now done, so that's where any of our advertising and like the budget hearing notices and stuff will all go to the Sentinel from now on, so everything else stayed the same.
Should I, read through all of them, or do we just? Okay. Next would be district and board goal review.
So the biggest change, not really a change, an add, is during, negotiation with the licensed group. We have, and Jared and Justin and Katie have been a part of that. We have added and ensured that one of the biggest priorities for this district would be to support social emotional learning, and that is a priority, and that we target the priorities like sending people to PD, et cetera, so that we are engaging with those that are not engaging. So re-engaging students, being proactive in the elementary with our lower levels, et cetera. So that is a priority for the district, and we have added that to goal 3, which is the safe, supportive, and inclusive learning environment. So other than that, these kind of remain the same, which I think it's all encompassing if you go through all of them. But that, like I said, we have added that to goal 3 so that we can make that a priority for the district, which is huge.
When these were created, by
Yes, we created these when I came here in 23, 24.
Okay.
And again, they're, as far as goals, if you look through them closely, I don't think there's anything that they do not get.
yeah,
So, by adding the SEL, the social emotional learning, I think that got the group of students that we maybe are not servicing as well as we could be. And then, of course, supporting the teachers, and the staff and working with those students.
was there any discussion about to measure how well we're meeting these goals? At this
Data points, I think you would use a variety of, whether it be, if you come back and look at how many people went, did we send anybody to professional development for that particular reason? Did they come back and educate our staff? Did we, are we increasing our graduation requirements, or not graduate, not percentage. Those things would all be part of the student achievement, which is one, equity and access. You really can't, I don't think a lot of data doesn't get all of this. But there's going to be some subjective information that you could get out of it, or, quantify it or qualify it.
I have a question on that. Reduce disciplinary referrals and suspension.
That's so you reduce, the idea is that we are supporting teachers and students so that we can reduce suspensions. So that we're working with the students, working with the staff to educate, to help, so that we can reduce suspensions and referrals.
There's not as many of them.
Yeah, not making it more lenient.
Correct. No, that nothing to do with that.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
trying to educate, yes, yeah.
That's kind of what
No,
I.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not changing our expectations of student behavior. But educating and, reteaching are what we expect in student behavior. And supporting our teachers doing that. Our staff.
I'm gonna have to send Jared in there.
Other discussion? Next is board operating agreement.
It's just your standard, yep, it's the standard one that we used with OSBA for years. It's just your agreement between the board and the superintendent on how we handle ourselves and, yep. And then before everybody leaves, I'll just make sure we sign one.
Second reading of policies BBAA, BD, BDC, BDDC, BDDG, CBA, CBG, EVEA version 2, EBB, GBA, GBN/JBA, JBA/GBN, GCBDD/GDBDD. And anything else?
Nope, not anybody, having other discussions.
Discussion about all those. Good.
Just you can say about. And
And let's see, policy KNA.
I emailed that one out to you guys, like an hour after I had sent that out because Steve and I got the email. But it's a required one, regarding around the immigration enforcement on district property. And, with it, I also did some research and we do not have to have second readings. We can actually adopt it tonight and that's why I put it in, because it has to be adopted before in September has to be done. So it was easier just to put it in and read it through today. So which is what everybody's doing for the month.
I have a few questions. Okay.
Okay.
On page 2, it talks about sending notices. For the Federal Immigration Authority with this on school property. And I was just wondering if the school board could be included on that list of people who are given notice. So that if anyone asks us in the community, I mean, we're aware of what's happening.
I don't see a problem with that.
Neither.
My other question is, it says that training is to be provided to the staff. About the confidentiality of school records. And I was just wondering about that training, if it's, an OSBA created training or something that we create in-house.
It's actually, it comes through Safe Schools and it's a module that we provide every year. It's actually a periodic one. We don't make them take it every year. And OSBA and PACE are one big together, right? And we use Safe Schools. But they are doing a huge upgrade on our Safe Schools trainings. So some of these are gonna come into play in the next few months. You guys also will be, I have already set you all up. You guys got emails about it a while back. But you will be getting new ones, and these ones are required for you to get done by the end of October. And you're gonna see a lot of them, and confidentiality will be one of them that will be included in ours as well.
Is that the vector training?
Yep, it's the vector training.
Yes.
So,
I've been to.
yep, nope, so now we do a little side.
Not a watered down, I guess, huh?
And they really, there's a lot that are getting, become now more annual instead of periodic. And you guys are gonna see a lot more of the sexual misconduct. And then all of our visitors in our buildings, they get handed a flyer now. We have to have all those trainings of it, even the vector trainings available to parents or volunteers or anybody that comes on our campus, whether it's a contractor. Now they sign a document from me or Dan, because him and I have one that's specific for contractors, that they can either take the course online and I get a receipt of that, or they have to acknowledge that I've given them the information And it's their requirement if they don't do it, and it's kind of a, you're gonna get a no class zone pretty soon. If they're gonna be in a building where they could potentially be alone with us like if they walked into a restroom and a student was in there, they would have to have had that training. So it's getting quite intense. So you guys will see some of that in your trainings as well.
Public comment regarding agenda items,
I did not have anything.
action items. Approval of annual designations.
I move to approve the annual designations.
Second.
Discussion? Favor?
I,
Any opposed? Adoption of district and board goals.
I move to approve the adoption of the district and the board goals.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Do I have to read these each time, or do you take it on?
Just,
Approval of board operating agreement.
I move to approve the board operating agreement.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Adoption of policy, do I have to read all those now? Adoption of policies.
I move to approve the adoption of policies BBAA, BD, BDC, BDDC, BDDG, CBA, CBG, DBEA version 2, EBB, GBA, GBN/JBA, JBA/GBN, GCBDD /GB, GDBDD.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Adopt policy K and A.
I move to adopt policy K&A.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Any coming meeting input?
The only thing I would say is that I gave you guys a copy of that placement calendar, and Steve and I talked in probably like towards the end of August. Or, at least 2 weeks before, if we don't have anything, I'll send you all a group text that says we don't have anything on the agenda. And unless something comes up, we will move on.
I would like to say, I like the board meetings for the most part. I try to make them the most of them. So if we need to have one, but don't, I'm blind with showing up. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to the order. Start with Julie.
it's really great to hear all of the improvements that have been happening throughout the school district. So thanks for keeping that going, because sometimes it's nice to take it easy in the summer and that's not what you get. So appreciate the hard work.
Terry.
Looking forward to the new school year. Like new schools with all the improvements. Get the kids off the street. I have a new football season coming out.
Amanda.
I am excited to see, hopefully increase enrollment, especially with adding the online classes that will be available. It's probably gonna be chaos for everybody who's in charge of all that till we get enrollment finished. And Tyler today was already saying they were having to reschedule a bunch of stuff, so. Not because of that, but it will be good to see there be some options to get kids caught up without them being behind in certain classes, and I'm excited that our district gets to have that as an option to keep people as close as possible. So thanks for everybody, again, hard work. Enjoy the last couple of weeks of summer since we're having great weather. And we'll see how football goes this year.
Bridget.
Yeah, my thoughts and prayers are with all the teachers and administrators and staff. School year, sending my kids as soon as I can get them here. I'm really excited I've got boys moving into their sophomore year. I anticipate hopefully it's gonna get easier when I sent girls through the school system. 7th, 8th, and 9th grade were a nightmare. Also very expensive. My boys are refusing, new school clothes. It's something new for me. It's a lot cheaper having the boys, but they're really excited. We've had really good experiences. We love our school districts and our teachers and administrators. So thank you.
Katie?
So I definitely want to go along with what Julie said. Thank you, Dion, and your team for all the work that you do during the summer. You don't really get time off, so thank you for that. And then, I'm looking forward to school starting and seeing how things go with the online classes too. So it'll be great.
Jared?
I would say that everybody's covered it pretty well, but I would definitely, the buildings and the maintenance is, from being here a while now, it's night and day. It's good to see a plan. It's good to, I mean, before you ask questions and nobody had answers or where we're gonna fix it. To have the roofs taken care of is amazing, because probably 6 years, 7 year, whatever it was pretty doom and gloom. We're all gonna have a tent, a circus tent. The rate it was going, so there wasn't. Circus tent, yeah. But it's great to see the improvements, and being at Maple here quite a bit this summer. It's shining and it's bright and it looks like a school. It's not even cafeteria tables in the gym. And it was just, the last week was pretty impressive to see. I mean, everything was shiny and clean and it looked good. So it's good to see facilities nice, and I'm excited for volleyball season. The real excited for football season. What I got?
I agree with everybody. The improvements are great. I'm excited about the locker room. And it's been the same locker room since when I was in school, and I don't know how long before that, so it's been there a long time. Definitely needed an improvement. The roofs, great. In Oregon, it's important to definitely have not leaky roofs, and, I was just telling Jared, those trees that you're talking about cutting down, those were planted when I was in first grade over there in Maple, I think, so.
Well, so just an FYI on those trees, a couple of those trees kept a truck from coming into our on that pavement last, it was, because it hit one of the big trees and stayed right there luckily. And we were in first period and it was PE and we were outside. So basically all we're doing is trimming. I put out 8 trees today. So trees that are this long, and smaller, that we're just gonna kind of get rid of to keep the big trees there. And wanting to save the bank. But the little ones are just problematic and they're dying anyway, so they just need to go. But we need the protection from those cars that may roll down. Yeah. So that was, and it was a funny story. It was a neighbor. He was working on his car, didn't have it locked. He was in the engine, working on the engine. It started rolling. He tried to get into his driver's side and put the brake on, but before he got there, and Megan was watching the whole thing in the class. And before he got there, it plowed into the trees, into the fence. So it actually saved the fence because of the trees. So we really don't want to get those big trees. Yeah.
Okay, you're a safety.
Yes, they are. They really are. So.
And last thing is, my son's gonna be a senior this year. It's a sad year.
Oh.
But I'm excited for school to start and kids to get back, so. I think that's it, everybody. Meeting adjourned.